The moment a car began ploughing down pedestrians on London's Westminster Bridge. One woman seen crashing down into the River Thames below. Not clear if she jumped or fell, but authorities say she's been pulled out alive. Others were not so lucky. The attack claiming 5 lives and leaving 40 wounded. As the car then sped towards Parliament, where a man armed with a knife continued the attack, it was a picture of panic and confusion. From street level, where gunshots rang out by the Houses of Parliament, to the top of the London Eye, where visitors were trapped in lockdown.
We looked on the bridge and realized things were stopped and there were a lot of people running. And then we realized there must be something going on, but wasn't sure what it was.
Police believe they know the identity of the now dead man responsible, but they're keeping tight-lipped.
I will not comment on this stage at the identity of the attacker, but our working assumption is that he was inspired by international terrorism.
Late on Wednesday, Prime Minister Theresa May paid homage to the dead and injured, including Police Constable Keith Palmer, who lost his life. May praised her country's values of freedom and democracy.
Let me make it clear today, as I have had cause to do before, any attempt to defeat those values through violence and terror is doomed to failure.
As night fell across Europe, signs of solidarity in major cities. The Eiffel Tower shutting off its lights at the stroke of midnight, and Israel's Tel Aviv-Yafo municipality lighting up the British flag.
The gunman attack in Paris that was claimed by Islamic State comes just 3 days before France holds one of the most closely watched presidential elections in modern times. It's a race where questions of identity and immigration have been in focus, and news of the attack reached the candidates in the middle of a televised debate.
This threat is incalculable and is going to be a part of our daily lives for years to come.
That from Emmanuel Macron, the centrist whose lead in the race has slimmed in the last week, which also saw the arrest of 2 men in Marseille on Tuesday who had explosives and multiple guns in an apartment. After Sunday's first round, any 2 of the top 4 contenders are expected to face each other in a runoff. One of them, conservative François Fillon, said campaigning should be suspended early in light of the attack. It was rebuffed by the far-left candidate, Jean-Luc Mélenchon, who said the violence shouldn't disrupt the democratic process. But the country's champion of the far right, Marine Le Pen, whose anti-migrant National Front Party platforms on closing the EU's border, said her rivals were ignoring the bottom line.
Feelings of sadness, of course, for the law enforcement officers who are once more paying a heavy price in the fight against Islamic fundamentalism, and dull anger because I feel that not everything is being done. I'm saying it simply and clearly to protect our compatriots.
It's a close race, with the most likely scenario coming down to Le Pen versus Macron in the runoff. For months, Macron's been expected to ultimately win that battle. A poll conducted just before the attack predicting a victory with 65% of the vote.
The sound of automatic gunfire and screams of terror after a gunman opened fire at a crowded country music festival on the Las Vegas Strip Sunday night. Police say at least 50 people are dead and more than 200 injured. The death toll as of Monday making it the worst mass shooting in modern U.S. history.
Everybody thought it was like fireworks or something at first, and then people just started dropping around us, and everybody tried to stay down, and every time like a group would get up to try to run away, they just start shooting again.
Investigators say the gunman fired down on concert goers from the nearby Mandalay Bay Casino Hotel.
Through investigation and response, we determined there was a shooter on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay. Officers responded to that location and engaged the suspect at that location. He is dead.
The suspect, identified as 62-year-old Stephen Paddock, the Clark County Sheriff, saying multiple firearms were found in the hotel room. They are also searching his residence. Las Vegas police earlier released this photo of a woman they say is a person of interest, Mary Lou Danley. They say they believe she may have information about the gunman. They were also hunting for this Hyundai Tucson registered to the shooter. The FBI are assisting in the investigation. Video on social media shows country music singer Jason Aldean in the middle of a song when he's interrupted by gunfire. Aldean took to Instagram soon after, writing, "Tonight has been beyond horrific. My thoughts and prayers go out to everyone involved tonight."